Hi everyone, and welcome to this first session of Edpuzzle training by myself. So just a quick introduction from me so you know who I am. So my name is Melissa. I know we have another Melissa in the chat, which is really cool. I'm going to share like these highs to everyone. So there's like Karen saying hello. Hi there. Okay, and yeah, she's made it. And there's Jessica as well. Very cool. And there's another Melissa here. Thanks so much for joining. And then we have Alex as well. Hello there. Hopefully you enjoyed that countdown. It's pretty cool. So yeah, welcome. So my name is Melissa Aveling. I'm Australian and I teach in Cali, Colombia. At the moment, I'm a mathematics teacher down here. And recently I did the Edpuzzle new coach certification and found out that they had this new trainer certification too. And I went and explored that and it seemed really, really cool. And I really want to share with you guys, about these really cool things, but starting from the basics. So I'm really happy that you're here. So welcome very much. And yeah, I'm really curious, like where you're all joining from. Could you share in the chat, like where you guys are from? And just let me know. I know some of you, but some of you I think are very new. So yeah, and then we do have a Manny. Manny is joining us. So let's say hi to him too. So you can say hi to each other and connect with each other in the chat, guys. That's pretty awesome. So glad that you're all here. I hope that you can hear me okay. Sometimes my Wi-Fi is a bit crazy, but yeah. Okay, so what is today all about anyway? So we are just doing a bit of a getting started session. Okay, so just some baby bits and pieces. I've mentioned this, I've already said, feel free to share where you're joining from in the chat. We've got some Texas peeps. Look at this, Karen's there, and Manny also. And then Alex is in New Jersey. Very cool. Welcome all. Very nice to see you. Oh, well, see you. I mean, virtually, but anyway. Okay. So what is going on today? What are you going to see? I mean, for those that are in the chat who filled in that Google form and registered, like you probably already saw this, but I'm just going to go over it briefly so you know what's going on today. So after this mini little intro, okay, we are going to jump into an Edpuzzle Live and you are going to be my students. You're going to see how it is for the kiddos and see what the experience is like, being in an Edpuzzle and what Edpuzzle actually is about, experiencing it firsthand. And then after that, we can talk about, different challenges you have in the classroom and why we would use Edpuzzle to start off with. And I'm going to demo with you guys like how to create, an Edpuzzle, by selecting a video and whatnot. And then you guys are going to explore yourself to create your own. So, which is really awesome. I mean, I'm really excited to see what you guys create. Yeah, and it might be homework, I guess, for some of you. I mean, the next session is like in a week's time, so you do have some time, and then we can have a look at your projects, the things that you submit, and talk about, good features of videos and, what we can work on. But yeah, I'm really excited about today, so I'm really happy that for those that have joined us live, or if you're watching the replay, that's cool too. But yeah, so welcome. So let's have a look. So we are going to start with a live Edpuzzle, and I know that this looks a bit crazy, but it's also basically if you guys wanted to do an Edpuzzle course eventually yourselves, you do actually need to do the same steps. I'm going to paste all of this in the chat. I don't know if it's actually going to work or not, but I'm just going to put it in there. Maybe, sort of, yes. Yes, so basically you need to go to edpuzzle.com, okay? And I'm not sure if you're all in my class or not yet. I'll have to go and check that. I'm also going to demo what this looks like, okay? Because the thing is that usually when you go into Edpuzzle, maybe some of you have used it before and you're logged in there as a teacher. But because right now we're going to do an Edpuzzle Live and you're going to be a student, okay? So the first thing is that when you go to Edpuzzle, you are going to have to log out of that account, unless you're already a student, but we can do this for practice anyway, okay? Then you'll have to sign in with Google and whatnot and see if you're in my class. I think I do have most of you guys in my class, but I would check that out. Okay, so let's have a look. I would demo this live just so that you know what it's like. So I'm going to share a new tab. Okay, here we go. So basically right now you see nothing in here. I'm just going to type edpuzzle.com and see what turns up here. So for me, I'm already logged in and this is my teach account. But if I was you guys, I would have to go, okay, no, I need to log out of here. So I click on my avatar and log out, and it will redirect me to like the main Edpuzzle page. And then I go to log in. But this time when you're logging in, I need to say that I'm a student. So, and I'll go, okay, I'm going to sign in with Googs. And you're not going to be able to see that. I'm just going to do my Googs and choose your account. And hopefully it will load. And we'll see myself as a student. Yes, here we go. I'm going to check the chat and see what's happening. Okay, Karen says she's in. Fantastic. But basically, okay, when you have got to this stage, on the left-hand side, you should see this class is saying Edpuzzle Basics. It means you are in my class. You're amazing. We are ready to roll, okay? If you can confirm in the chat. Oh, Cora, you're here. I just saw Cora. Cora's joining from Hong Kong. It's so cool. I met her, a week or so ago, which is awesome. Okay. So I don't know, did you guys all get that? Just let me know in the chat to know if you're in or not. Can you go in as a teacher or a student with the same account? Yes. Yep. For example, I have a teacher account and a student account. I use the same email. So, yeah. So Alex says he's fine. Cora says she's as well. I don't know if the rest of you are okay or not okay. I'm going to share another tab in a moment so you know what it looks like on my teacher end. But yeah, basically, hopefully you do have that there. You have that ready to go. So on the left-hand side, just check that you have joined the class. I do have a notification. Jessica has joined the class, which is very exciting. Let's have a look. I know right now on the screen, you can just see my student view. I'm just going to check if anyone else needs it. Let me see. Pretty sure Melissa's in the class already, so we're good. Oh, you can't find your avatar, Melissa. But Melissa, okay, so if you won't see any assignments right now. I haven't assigned you anything. Okay, it's just going to be blank. So Melissa, like right now, do you see something similar to this? It just says Edpuzzle Basics on the left-hand side. I think that you're already in my class, so you should be okay. You probably don't need to log out or anything like that. Okay. I think we're okay then. Oh, Cora, that's okay. You can always come back to this and look at it later. It's really hard. That's why I said for joining, it's best to have it on a laptop because you guys are going to have to see Edpuzzle basically on the laptop. It's a bit hard when you're on your phone. But thanks for joining live anyway, Cora. It's cool that you're here. Melissa, just let me know in the chat if you're okay. Like you can see something similar to this. You won't see any assignments, so no assignments. What I'm going to do, I will show you the back side of this in a moment. But I am going to run a live with you, so get excited here. So here we go. You have empty assignments. That is fantastic, Melissa. That means you are good. I haven't assigned you guys anything yet. Okay. So I'm going to show you on the teacher end what this looks like. So for me right now, I'm just going to demo it so you can see. You guys don't really have to care about this. You can look back at this later. But I'm just showing you from my side. So I'm going to just assign a video to you. And it will pop up in your assignments, okay? It's just that because I want you to get that live experience. So you're like, ooh, yes, this is how I do it. Yes, okay. So I'm going to assign this. And I'm going to assign this to my Edpuzzle Basics class. And I'm going to assign manually to whoever's in the live right now. Otherwise, we'll get a bunch of random stuff. Okay, so, oh, Manny is on. Okay, very nice. So I'm going to assign this. Jessica is here. Manny is here. Alex is here. Melissa is here. I know Karen's here. And I'll also assign to Cora, even though, she's sort of here, sort of not. The rest of you, you will see the live. Okay, so I'll go over in the next session about assigning stuff really and all the details about that and how to connect Google Classroom. Today, I'm not really talking about that. I just want you to experience. Okay, so I'm going to click on live mode right here. I'm going to say start live mode. And I'm going to share my student screen so you can see what happens here. but I didn't actually assign it to myself, which is very sad. Okay. I'm going to go back to this tab. All right, so on your screen, it will pop up as a live option. I'm going to remove this thing. Yay, Melissa, fantastic. So hopefully it's popped up saying for you to join the live. So I can see Alex, Karen, Manny, and Jessica have joined. So you should be able to join, hopefully. Melissa, let's see. I should have assigned it to myself also, so you could have actually seen from my view, but anyway. Yes, it does help to refresh the screen. That is true. So Melissa, if you just refresh your Edpuzzle screen, it should pop up with a live. Let's see. Yes, Melissa's in. Fantastic. And I know Cora can't join right now, so I'm going to start it. Hopefully you're excited and ready to go. So give me a moment. Let's see. Are we all ready? Yes, ready to roll. So I'm going to press start. You could let me know in the chat if when I play this, if you can't hear the audio, just tell me. So basically right now you should be looking at the YouTube because I'm going to play the video. And after you see the video, then you go back to your Edpuzzle screen and answer the questions. I know it's your first experience, so we'll see what happens.
The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog by Mo Williams with a special guest star, the duckling. Flop, flop, flop. Ooh, a hot dog. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Okay. Sound is good. Fantastic. All right. So you guys will have this here. There's a question that pops up. It's asking you, what did the pigeon find? So you can select your answer. So whether it's a cat, a toy, or a hot dog. And then you can press continue. So I can see here on my screen that 5 out of 5 have answered. So woohooza. So I can also rewatch this if you guys needed to. So I can say continue. And I can see here like, okay, this is the hot dog. Okay, woohoo. And I can also show responses if I want to see, if I want to share with everyone who got what. And I can do, because this is a live, this is an experience, you guys can see what's going on here. So I can say, oh, everyone got it correct. Congratulations. Okay, well done, everyone. Well done. Awesome. Okay, let's go and continue.
May I help you? Scooty, scoot, scoot. Is that a hot dog? Not a hot.
Okay, so we have another question here. What did the duckling ask? Yes, I did put feedback there, Alex. That's true. Yes. We can talk about that more in the next session, but yeah. Let's see. Have we all answered? 4 out of 5 have answered. Are we waiting for one person? You guys can let me know if like this is going okay for you in the chat. Just let me know if you're okay or if we're dying or if like internet is okay or not. Oh, it kicked you, Maddie. Oh, so sad. So sad. It's okay. You can enjoy the live from here. It's fine. I'm going to continue. Let's have a look. They did actually say, is that a hot dog? Let's show the responses here. Woohoo, guys. You all got this correct as well. Congratulations. Okay. Let us
hot dog. My hot dog. I have a question. I've never had a hot dog before. What do they taste like?
Okay. So now you have a question asking, how do you think the pigeon's going to describe the taste of a hot dog? You will notice there's an audio option so you can record it. So I'll stop talking for a moment while you have your response. This is the part that's awkward about me speaking, because I might take over your audio and I'll hear myself in your audio. Ooh, 4 people. Pigeons eat anything. Ah, so good. Okay, let's see what you responded. Let's check this out. So, continue. Show responses. It tastes like smoked meat with a little bit of grilled char flavor. Tasty, warm in your mouth, mix of flavors, spicy, a nice experience. It tastes yummy. I can also play this. I'm assuming that we're adults here, so we're going to mature. Like with the students, I might not play this out loud the first time. I mean, unless we've already established a pretty good relationship.
It really depends on the kind of hot dog.
Okay. So it would depend on the type of hot dog as to how it tastes. I also agree. So yes, very awesome. All right, so we're going to move on here. Thank you for all your responses so far. Very active audience.
Well, they are a taste sensation. Each morsel is a joy, a celebration, and a fun.
Oh, so it's a joy. It's the morsel in there. It's just a celebration, guys. That's how they explained it. Okay. So you have a note here that I've just added on the end. I've also got a voice note there, and you can play it yourself. Okay, that should appear for yourself. Okay, there. I don't think I put a thing on there like you had to answer a question, but I could have put like a question at the end. You know, do you understand this or whatever? But I put a voice note. It's one of those. I love these responses, guys. I love these responses. Very, very impressive. Okay. Well, anyway. So I'm going to continue here, but basically you can see, you know, what it's like as a student.
Fun. If you've never experienced this.
Okay, so basically that is the end there. I was just trying to give you an experience like with the live, what it's like for your end and what it's like from my end as a teacher as well. Okay, so you have an idea of what that is like. Okay, just as an experience. This is how I usually introduce Edpuzzle to my students. So just I do it live as a class so they can all see things together and see what's going on and what responses look like. Okay. Okay. You can let me know in the chat if that worked okay for you or not so much, or it was all right, how your experience was. You can let me know. I'm going to go back to my slides in a minute. Here we go. Okay, so it worked well. Thank you, Alex. Fantastic. Okay, so I know that some of you are in the Edpuzzle thing. I'm going to exit that live mode so that will close the live mode. You guys will go back to your assignments. You guys don't need to do anything in particular, so don't stress too much. Okay. Let me see what questions you have here. Okay, you really like this. Fantastic. You know it's a live mode. What age did I use? Like what age group of students? I had grade 9s, so like 14, 15-year-olds, but you can do it with any. I mean, I did this with my grade 12s as well. The same stuff. Yeah. And yes, so yeah, I can control the speed. I can decide whether to rewatch as a class, you know, to be like, okay, guys, so if we see that a lot of people got something wrong or they had some responses that you thought they wasn't so clear, then we can rewatch it together as a class. Yeah, and can't wait to try it. Yay! So yeah, I guess that from here you've seen the basic idea of what Edpuzzle is, right? Like I took a video. I did not make that video, okay? I just took a video. I chopped part of it. I decided, okay, I'm going to embed some questions in here. You saw there was some multiple choice questions and also some open-ended questions, and I also added a note, okay, there. So you can think about the different options and different questions that you might ask yourself, okay, like not ask yourself, but ask for your students, you know. But yeah, that's what Edpuzzle is, you know, it's making like a video much more interactive. And I see Cora saying, you know, it could be great for secondary. Thanks for sharing it. I know a lot of colleagues that have used it for primary as well. So I mean, like, you can think of any basic video that you might want the kiddos to interact with. So yeah, and it is a lot of like playing basically right now. I mean, right now I'm just giving you some information. I know some of you in the chat, you have experience with Edpuzzle and some of you don't. So this is just like sort of like a taster, I guess, in a way. So basically, yeah, why we use it, here it is. I love Edpuzzle. I mean, a lot of the time, like if I'd assign some students some work or like a video or whatever, I wouldn't know whether they'd be like, yeah, I watched it. I was like, yeah, really? So this just makes it more interactive, and it sort of holds them accountable because you can see what responses that they're using, right? So yes. And here we go. So Maddie saying, use it on his first grade classroom and some teachers in kinder too. So you see, you can use this for any age group, really. So lots of different options there. So video lesson, I'm going to do a demo of like how we can actually design a video and like put it on Edpuzzle. So Maddie has a good point here. Okay, so it all depends on how you design your video lesson, like whether and what the purpose is, right? Do you want them to know some new content, take some notes at home, to consolidate something? It could be, there's a whole variety of reasons you could probably think of, okay, of like why you might want to use it. So think about your purpose. And yes, thank you for sharing in the chat, okay, about your thoughts here. So I'm going to do a live demo now about how to create a video lesson. I'll share this slide deck with you guys later. So there's resources in here about step-by-step how to make your own video and all that sort of thing. So don't be like, oh no, I forgot what that was. And of course you can watch this as a replay too, okay? So let's go to my amazingness. Okay. So this is my Edpuzzle homepage, like as a teacher, basically. And I'm just going to show you how to do like a basic video, like how to add one and how to embed some questions. I'm just going to do something just basic. Okay, so don't stress or whatnot right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do here on the top right-hand corner, I have this button that says add content. Okay. And I have a few different options here. I can discover video content, upload a video, record a video, or create a student project. So discovering video content is basically what you can see on my screen right now. If I say discover video content, I can go and search for any topic I want, okay, and use that video that's here. So I can use one of the videos that I see here already. I can filter by whatever subject I want, like general education, art, whatnot. So you don't have to create a video from scratch is what I'm trying to say. So like the video that I did with you live, I didn't make that video about the duckling and the pigeon. Okay, I just modified a YouTube video. The other option is to record a video or upload. So maybe you've already recorded a video in the past, okay, and you're like, oh, I want to make this interactive. I want to check kids' understanding. I want to get them to take notes on this. I want to do an activity with this. Whatever it is, you also have the option to upload your own video. And you can also record live in Edpuzzle too. So like there's a Chrome extension. I'll talk about that next time, not really going into too much detail there. I just want to get into actually doing a video right now. So are there any questions right now about like creating before I move on? No one's asking anything in the chat right now, so I'm guessing you guys are alive and ready. Maybe? Yes. You guys can also write in the chat, we are okay, or not okay, or it's weird and you can't hear me or something. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. No one's writing in the chat. So I'm going to hope that you guys are alive right now. I'm going to assume that you are alive. Yes. Let's hope for that. So I'm going to add content, and I'm just going to go discover video content. And I'm going to search for, I can search for the duck if I want, or I can use the 3 little pigs, I guess. See, look, I can just, so I get distracted and just go and like, oh, look at all these different things that are in here. I'm not even, looking at something in particular. I could pick something to do with Spanish or English or whatever. I can look for ducky and pigeon. See if it comes up to my video. But yeah, literally you can search for anything, okay? You can search for whatever you want. Duck identification, duck and cover. Goodness gracious me. Or I can just search for fractions. I mean, because I'm a math teacher, but you can search for anything, right? Anything you like. So let's just say I like this equivalent fractions thing. I'm like, ooh, I really like this. I'm going to click on that. So in this option right here, I could assign this immediately if I like what the video has. This video is about 5 minutes long, which is a bit far for me. Ah, yes, you are ready and okay. Okay, I'm looking here that you're alive. Fantastic. Okay, so once you've selected a video, you have lots of different options. I can immediately assign it because I can look through this video. I can say, okay, they've got all these different questions through here. Do I like this? Do I not like this? Okay, they're talking about what are equivalent fractions. You know, you can preview it and all that sort of thing. Usually I would go to edit, okay, and create my own video based on this because maybe I don't want a 5-minute video. Maybe I only want like the first section or something like that. Okay, let's see if it's still alive. Yes, so Manny's saying, yes, select your country, grade level, subject, all the things. You have lots of different options for the filters. So if you're like, okay, I want something that's mathematics, grade 8, and Spain or something. I mean, you have all those options there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to edit here. So in here, the first thing that you see is the cut option. So if I only want, you know, maybe the first section of this video, I can cut everything. So I can just drag these bars and it will play for it so I can know which part it's going to cut out or whatever. Or I can like delete sections. I can add.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Hussein.
I can go and trim things, whatever. You can play with the video as much as you like really. Okay, so if you have like a 10-minute video, like I just want 2 minutes, I just want this section, you can go and do that, okay? So I can say that, okay, after this first question, I want to add a cut, okay, there, so that I want to delete all of these other things. Yes, yes, I want to delete.
They're equal to each
I
other.
want to delete all the
So
things.
I'm going to pull out 1/2.
And it's now playing. But you see what I'm
to
talking
make a
about. So you
rule
can
about how we can find equivalent fractions.
Okay, so you can chop and cut many things. Okay, so like they've upped their game. Yes, they have indeed. And yes, lots of new features as well. So yes, you can cut and chop whatever you like, whatever you don't want, etc. I'm just going to cut all this stuff out because why not? But yes, I'm just showing this as a demo so you know, okay, what you could do. So I'm removing all of these things. Yes, bye-bye. Okay, so now I only have this first section. If it is your own video, you have this option to do a voiceover. So let's say like you've done a recording already and you made like a mistake in maybe one part of the audio, like you said something you didn't mean to, and you want to like redo that, you can do that with a voiceover. But if you're using someone else's video, so this is from YouTube or this is already from Edpuzzle, you cannot put a voiceover in there. Okay, so it's only like a video that you've created yourself, not from YouTube. What are we saying there? Yes, making a cut in the middle is super useful. Like you used to just be able to put it on the side or you just be able to cut from the sides or whatever, but it's really nice to be able to make a cut whenever you like. And Cora's saying that this could be a secondary well-being lessons. Yes, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like you can look for SEL stuff as well and create, the students can create their own too. You guys are going to create your own. Get excited. Okay, anyway, so I've cut my stuff. I've just talked about voiceover. Then we have the questions part. So I love this part because this is where we really make it interactive. So you have 3 options for questions and you can choose where you want to put these questions.
Hi everyone.
Okay? So I can pause I can select wherever I want. So I want it at the start, I want it at the 5-second mark, I want it at the 14-second mark. Wherever it is, then I can select, I want to add a multiple choice question or an open-ended question or a note. And you can add as many as you like throughout the presentation. Okay, and yeah, you can decide, maybe decide on like how long the video is. You don't want to put like 10 questions in 30 seconds because that might be a bit too intense for students, but each their own also. I mean, just think of best practice there. So we have Manny is saying, you can, yes, oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to show you these things. Okay, let me show these. Okay, so first option is multiple choice question. So with a multiple choice question, you literally type the question in there. You can insert photos if you want the question to have a photo there. You can insert also like math symbols if you need math symbols. You can also put a link in there if you want them to go to another link to look at whatever you want. And then you have your question option. So with multiple choice, they're automatically graded because you're setting like what's correct and what's wrong. So I can say, which fraction is blue? And that's sort of vague because, let's say yellow. Okay, yellow. Okay, and I can say, it's the 1/4 or it's the 1/5. okay, and I might say the 1/4, that is correct. And you have these options for feedback as well. Let me just check the chat here. Okay, calm down lesson and calm down lessons. Okay, you guys are talking about SEL. I should have found an SEL lesson, right? Okay. Anyway, so once we've created our question and we've selected our options here, you can add more answer choices too. Okay, they don't just have to be numbers. You can put anything you like in here. Okay. You have this feedback option. So for example, if a student selects 1/4, and you would notice this in the live, you had a feedback, right? You had something from me, like a message saying, oh, you got this correct, fantastic. Or you should try again, maybe go and rewatch the video. What did you see here? So you have this feedback thing, and whether you type here will appear after the student has answered that question. So you would have seen that in the live. Can you guys confirm with me, like when you guys were doing the live, did you see feedback from me during that time? Like after you answered a question, it would tell you, yes, this is good, or no, it wasn't, or you need to try again, or something like that. I mean, hopefully you did see those. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are talking about SEL, but yes, amazing. Anyway, you can put whatever you like in there, like great work, rewatch, whatever. Anyway, that's multiple choice. Okay, so you have that for multiple choices. And it does tell you here, you know, it's going to be graded automatically. And, Edpuzzle is already amazing. It's already telling you, like, it's like I don't really have to be here. You just go there and you can see, oh, yes, it's going to be graded automatically. And you can add more answer choices and add feedback. Okay, all right.
Hi,
So
everyone.
there's also an open-ended question option, which I also included in the live. Oh, look, here we go. Sorry. Yes, you said it was awesome. Immediate feedback. Yes. Thinking of a moat at Smash. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I'm very excited. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I sent him some moat links too. I'm sorry, is Melissa still alive? Melissa's still in here. What's going on? Okay. So opening a question, basically, you type the question there. Again, lots of different options of how to ask the question. And you have this new option that says allow audio responses. So as you might have played with during the live when I said, okay, how do you think the pigeon would have described, a hot dog, to the duckling? You can allow audio responses and students can record their response. Okay, obviously they can choose between either answering it as like typing or audio. So it's not like they must do audio. They can choose from both of those options. And again, you can also have feedback. Now, with open-ended questions, they are not graded automatically because obviously all the students are answering in different ways. And I mean, or with audio, so you need to go and listen. Okay, so, but I really like the option for having audio responses there. And I do like this option that Alex has shared in the chat about using moat as a feedback. The last option is the note option. So the note option, I like to put at the start and the end and maybe throughout to remind students about different things. So I'm not asking them anything, but I might be reminding them maybe right at the start what this video is about, what their goals are, what they should be doing, maybe a link to something if they need to. It's like, okay, you can watch this as well if you want during this time. I can also add a voice note. So as you would have seen in that last note in the duckling thing, I put a voice note at the end there about you should take notes like the duckling. But yeah, I like to use it for reminders. So at the start, just what this is about, maybe throughout saying, okay, you should take a note of this section. This is really important. Notice these keywords, blah, 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 if it's a note-taking thing. And at the end, I might ask them, okay, you can check your understanding with this link, or how did you feel with this? Oh, like, okay, not how did you feel, because that would be an open-ended question. But hopefully you get the idea of like what the purpose of a note would be. So open-ended is where the rigor is 100%. Yes. Okay, so open-ended, I really like that because it's really flexible with how the students can answer. But anyway, this was just to show you a brief thing about, okay, how to add the different things, where to add them. So as you're going through the video, you can decide where you want to add your note, where you want to add your open-ended question, where you want to add your multiple choice. I do like at the end to put a reflection question about, okay, how do you think you really felt about this video? How much did you understand? Rate your understanding, Or I might have a random question at the end too. Okay, like, so if you had a question like this, how would you respond to it based on what you've learned from the video? Yes. And I don't know if Melissa is still live. Melissa, if you're alive, let me know in the YouTube chat. That would be fantastic. Anyway, after you've added all your stuff, you can press finish and then you're ready to go. Okay. I didn't want this session to be too long, okay, because I want you guys to play yourself, okay, but this was just basically a basic overview of what you can do with the video. So you remember when you're at the start here in the Edpuzzle land, you can search here by subjects, grade levels, country, the source. Okay, you can also type in a YouTube link directly. You can look at your school, what your school is doing as well, okay, and whatnot. Yes, okay, so you guys are going to create, or it might be homework. We're going to see how things are here because it's already about 40 minutes. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign you guys a project. Okay, this project is just to create your own video lesson. I'm going to talk about more about the teacher side in the next session, okay, about how to assign things to your students, how to look at analytics and that sort of stuff. But for you guys, I'm going to assign a project to you. I'm going to show you what it looks like and, you know, what to do and all that sort of thing in a moment. For now, are there any quick questions that you guys want to ask? Let's have a look. Yes, the multiple attempts. Yes. Yes, I can use my own videos. I'm going to talk more about this next week, Manny, like this, the stuff about multiple attempts when you're assigning, the different settings you can use. It's voice time. Okay, so let me quickly show you. Do this. You guys don't have questions right now, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to assign this to whoever has been in the live. So give me a moment. And then you'll see it appear yourself. I can show you what I'm doing. Like I'm literally going to assign this to the Edpuzzle Basics. I'm going to assign it to the people that were in the live. So Manny, Alex, Melissa, Jessica, Cora. For now. Okay, so you guys will have this assignment. I'm going to say it's due next week. Oh, why did that not happen? I guess save. Okay, now I'm going to assign it. This is a project, so you're going to create your own video. So now I'm going to show you basically from your side what this is going to look at. Let me see if I've got anything random in the chat here. Okay, no questions. Fantastic. Okay, so as a student, if you go back to the account we were doing like a live session on, you're not going to see all these things, but you are going to see a thing that says your first video, okay? When you click on your first video, hopefully I'm sharing the right tab here. Yes. I'm going to show. Oh, don't forget to assign it to you. Did I not assign it to you, Karen? Hold on a second. I'll go back and do that. Yeah. So yeah, I can say for the students, basically for their project, they can find a YouTube video or they can upload their own video, okay, for that side. Go back to student side. So yeah, for you, Alex, you'll be able to do either, okay. Karen, I guess I did not assign it to you, so I'll have to do that. Give me a moment. Confirm with me in the chat if you did get that project as an assignment so you can sort of see something similar to my screen at the moment. Sorry, Karen. This happens. Karen Jackson. Yes. Okay. Let's see in the chat. Got too many tabs open. Let's see what's going on. Ah, yeah, you can't do it on your phone. That's okay. Okay, Karen, I have assigned it to you now. So hopefully so I'm going to go back here. So I'm on my Edpuzzle Basics class. and I would see this thing that says your first video, and I would click on your first video, and here I will see, okay, you'll have a due date because this is on my personal account, okay, but let's say there's a goal. So to create a video for your subject potentially, or you can choose something. I mean, it can be more free with this, okay, that could be used in your class. So I wrote some instructions here. So like a good project should have some questions, so multiple choice, open-ended, and notes throughout. You can decide to modify a YouTube video or video you already have in your possession. So keep it short and simple. So video length, I said, should be less than 5 minutes. It could be 1 minute. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Just something that's short. You don't need to think too crazy about it. You'll see there's this option for comment. I would like you to all leave a comment so I know that, yes, you have seen this project. Fantastic. I'm ready to roll. Okay. Okay, Karen says she's in. Maddie's on the phone, all the things. Okay, so you will have this button here that says start project, and you also have the comment button. Okay, so comment, you can just say, hi, I've got this, and on my end as a teacher, I will see your comment. Okay. All right, then you have this option that says start project. And then immediately you'll see these two options. Do you want to find a YouTube video, or do you have your own video that you want to upload? You notice here as a student doing a project, you don't have the option to record directly in Edpuzzle. Okay, so you will need to either find a YouTube video or upload video. If you say find a YouTube video, literally you can paste a link to a YouTube that you know, or you can search. You notice that as a student, you do not have those options to filter by grade and whatnot. Okay, so if you know a YouTube video, you can just paste it in there, or you can select from something that is here. And then you can go and play. So like, okay, I want this one, importance of education for children. I can watch it to see what it's about. I can say, yes, I want to use this for the project. And then I have all those options from before. You know, you can cut it. You got all the questions. And then when you're ready, you can press finish. Okay, let me go back to the live. Okay, you guys haven't said anything. Is that clear about how to access the project? Because this is your homework, basically. I mean, if we had a bit more time, obviously we can do it live and you guys can be like, yes, this is what I'm doing. I have some questions and whatnot, but I'm conscious of time and I don't want to keep you for too long. But basically it's just opening up the first video project. See here now, because I already started this video, it's loaded up here for me. If I want to continue using that, I can just say edit, or if I want to start again, I can start again. Basically, the purpose of this is I just want to see what you really know about Edpuzzle now from the short time we've spent together, okay, and be able to create your own project, like your own video. So try to, you know, use those best practices of using it open-ended, having that audio option there, multiple choice, notes. But of course, this is your first time creating a video for most of you. So, I mean, we're just going to be looking at this for feedback, you know, what's good, what can we work on and whatnot for the next class. Okay. Okay. No one is saying anything in the chat. Maybe you guys are all busy creating your own projects. Some designs are very handy. Which designs are you talking about, Cora? Oh, you're working on it now. Wow. Okay. But yeah, basically, if you do have your own video already, you can actually directly upload that. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, that's the main sort of thing for today. Let me share my other tab here. So yes, I said here, this is your homework basically. Okay, so you'll see that link to your first video, start your project, decide whether to use, find a YouTube video or upload a video yourself. You can decide on that. Let's see. You'll have to wait a bit. Yes, your internet is overloaded. You're trying to like watch the YouTube and then do the Edpuzzle at the same time. It can be a bit crazy. Yes. So do you guys have any questions about this session? Because the idea was like, first of all, okay, what is Edpuzzle? What's the purpose of it? You know, how do we use it? What does a lesson look like with Edpuzzle? I mean, it was just all those sort of basic ideas. Let's see if you guys have any questions. If you're dropping in the chat here. Live was a good way to start. Yes, when you add the question of autoplay, you also, yes, you always know where you want to put the question. So it's not like you're guessing randomly like, oh, I think it should maybe go over here. I'm not sure. Let me just randomly guess. I don't know. I mean, you don't need to do that because, yes, it'll just play and you can hear what is going on. Yes, good overview. I can drop the link to feedback form in the chat for you if you guys need that, and then I'll say what the next stage is, basically. Just give me a moment for my internet, because my internet is a bit crazy. Columbia times. Obviously, if you have a phone, you can like take a photo of this too as like a QR code thing. I love that Chrome has that option to generate a QR code. Very cool. Here, I will drop this in the chat. There's a feedback form. Just let me know, okay, what's going on here. You guys are not really asking questions right now, just saying good company for you on the way to school. Excited about it. Yay. Fantastic. Always learning, always learning. I mean, I know it can be a bit rough at the start, like organizing that live with all the craziness. I'm going to share this slide deck with you, okay? This is from Edpuzzle. I've just modified some bits and pieces from here, okay? There's lots of stuff to get you started. So yeah, if you do have any questions, just let me know. There's a copy of this here. Again, there is a QR code here for you to access, but I will also drop a link to the slides in the chat, so you can have this to go back on as well. Obviously, you can always look at this recording. You always have this access forever. Yeah, I'll look at slides, put this in here. So it's a good start. Yes, the slide deck is here for you. Yes. And Manny's going to be doing his homework. Fantastic. Oh, Cora, you know how to use Edpuzzle. Yeah, so I don't know if it was a bit overwhelming with the amount of information. You can let me know in the feedback form that I've linked in the chat there for you guys. And you also have a link to this deck, which has the feedback form in there. It has like extra videos and step throughs. If you're like, how do I add questions again? And you don't want to watch this video, you can also go back to the slide deck. The slide deck is amazing. And Karen has found a great video. I'm super excited. I'm so glad. I know maybe some of you had to jump off, but I'm very grateful for you guys being here today and participating live so we could see, you know, what was going on here. Yeah, but yes, if there's no last minute questions, I just want to say a huge thank you to you all, whether you're watching the replay or joining us live today. Hopefully the resources are helpful, and I hope to see you in the second session. So second session, we are going to look at those projects, so those videos that you guys have submitted, and talk about, you know, what's amazing about them, any feedback, you know, we can give each other. Then I'm going to look at, you know, how to actually talk about classes, okay, and, you know, how to add classes, how to look at analytics, how to assign things, that sort of stuff. Okay, so more from the teacher perspective. Yeah, okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Cora. Thank you. Who else was here? Alex, thanks for being in here. Thank you for Jessica for joining. And thank you for Melissa. I'm sorry if this was overwhelming. I know you've disappeared for now, but it was nice to see you here. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Okay. So bye for now, everybody.